Hi, I'm Jason from Nuco Training. As you are no doubt aware, major changes in the provision of first aid training has already taken place. In October last year, there was the introduction of the new one-day emergency first aid at work qualification, along with the reduction from 4 days to 3 days for the first aid at work qualification. Probably the most significant change was the introduction of the Ofqual approved awarding organisations for the provision of first aid training, in addition to the existing HSE approved training centres such as Nuco Training, St John's and the British Red Cross. This is a significant move, and I truly believe that the approvals and monitoring of all first aid provision will be transferred to the awarding organisations at some point in the future. In order to protect our service to you, we have taken the steps of choosing an awarding organisation to provide us with the same quality of support that I would hope we have provided to you over the past 12 years, namely First Aid Awards Ltd. What is really appealing about this new relationship is that we will be able to offer you a choice of a HSE qualification or a Level 2 award. This, in my mind, is a really exciting development. As you can imagine, there are a number of questions that need answering, so I have invited Peter from First Aid Awards along to answer these very important questions, which will hopefully explain to you the merits of such a relationship with First Aid Awards. So Pete, can you tell me who are First Aid Awards, or FAA?
We're an awarding organisation that's been accredited by Ofqual, the regulatory body for qualifications, examinations and assessments in England. This accreditation also applies in Northern Ireland and Wales. We are currently seeking accreditation in Scotland from the SQA, the Scottish Qualification Authority.
What is an awarding organisation?
It's a very prestigious accreditation offered by Ofqual. It really is a testament of the quality of the organisation having undergone a vigorous approval process. In essence, it allows us to offer centres such as Nuco Training the ability to offer your learners a nationally recognised qualification that sits on the new QCF.
What qualifications do you offer?
As the name suggests, primarily first aid qualifications. At present, we offer 3. The first is the Level 2 award for emergency first aid at work. Secondly, the Level 2 award in paediatric first aid. And finally, the Level 2 award in activity first aid. Needless to say, we will be continually working on gaining accreditation for further first aid qualifications, along with a range of subjects in health and safety. We were directly involved with developing 2 of the qualifications, working closely with the Sector Skills Council for Health and the Sector Skills Council for Care and Development.
You make reference to the QCF. What is the QCF?
The QCF stands for the new Qualifications and Credit Framework. The Qualifications and Credit Framework, QCF, is the new framework for creating and accrediting qualifications in England, Wales and Northern Ireland. The number of unskilled jobs this country needs is falling. People looking for jobs in the future will need skills, and they need to start getting them now. That's where the Qualifications and Credit Framework, or QCF, comes in. It's a new qualification system that's good news for both employers and learners. It helps employers get workers with the right skills. Not only that, but it includes the training that so many employers already give their staff, including first aid. We've all got busy lives. Sometimes it's hard to find time to get the qualifications you need, particularly if you've got a job and a home to run. It can be expensive as well. That's why the qualifications in the QCF are made up of smaller units, so you can learn at a pace that suits your lifestyle. You can build up your qualifications bit by bit and take the units you've completed with you from education into job and from one job to another.
Why do Nuco Training and their instructors need First Aid Awards?
At this moment in time, it's not necessarily a case of needing us. It's more a case of your instructors having a choice. Now you have the option of offering your learners an approved HSE certificate for emergency first aid at work, as well as a Level 2 award. Your instructors now have this choice. Which one they go for depends entirely on them. Each have their own merits, of course, but a Level 2 award has, in my mind, added value. In the case of emergency first aid at work, the award is still the equivalent to the HSE certificate because the HSE still have a massive input into the quality assurance and standards. In this case, the learner in essence has 2 benefits. Firstly, they become an emergency first aider, and secondly, they have attained a Level 2 award. In respect of the other two qualifications, these are awards in specific areas, namely activity first aid and paediatric first aid, and have no HSE influence as such. However, with the activity first aid, which is a 2-day course, day one is emergency first aid at work, which is a real bonus for anyone attending it. In respect of the paediatric qualification, the qualification has been written to comply with the guidelines and criteria as defined by Ofsted and the early years foundation stage.
You mentioned extra benefits. Can you expand on that a bit, please?
Of course. Firstly, the learner can attain a nationally recognised Level 2 qualification by successfully completing the course. Each FAA qualification attracts a credit, or possibly two. These credits can be accumulated and possibly help towards achieving other qualifications. In some respects, the more credits a learner has, the more qualified they become, and it could be possible to make them more employable. The fact that the certificate is awarded by an Ofqual approved organisation certainly adds credence to it. A Level 2 award could attract local funding. It should be emphasised to your instructors and their learners that a Level 2 award is equivalent to a GCSE Level 3 and above, an MVQ Level 2 or a BTEC First Diploma, so it really does offer all concerned added value.
Some of our instructors include their logo on their certificates. Is this something that can continue with First Aid Awards?
Unfortunately not. We will include the centre's logo, in this case Nuco Training, but unfortunately that's it. This is an Ofqual requirement and not FAA's. However, I don't personally see that as a problem. This is a nationally accredited qualification that's been applied for by the centre, which your instructors are part of.
In your mind, Pete, is it likely that HSE will relinquish their responsibilities in respect to first aid approvals and monitorings for centres?
It is extremely likely. If and when this happens, then the 3-day first aid at work and the 2-day refresher qualification will also sit on the new QCF. Existing HSE centres will almost certainly need to accredit themselves with an awarding organisation such as FAA. Fortunately for Nuco Training and their supported instructors, you will already have the benefit of this accreditation.
As a company, are we suitably qualified and accredited to be able to offer these qualifications?
Most definitely. You already have accreditation with many awarding organisations, but particularly the HSE. You have ISO 9001-2008 accreditation, which tells me that your systems and procedures from a quality assurance point of view is of a very high standard. To be honest, Jason, I wouldn't have expected anything less from you.
Thank you. What do our instructors need to do in order to start offering these qualifications?
Quite simply, to decide when they want to start. It is evident that they are suitably qualified, having undertaken your instructor's course, and the CVs I've seen are really top quality.
So when can our instructors start offering these qualifications, Pete?
Right away. I can see that the instructors area known as nucoplus.com has accommodated these new qualifications already in the course selection. Your admin procedures are in place, so it's all systems go.
I guess the most obvious question, Pete, is how much does it cost?
We feel that we have kept the prices really competitive. The cost of the 2-day paediatric and activity first aid qualifications are £11 per certificate and reduced to £10 by filing the results online. With the 1-day courses, including emergency first aid at work, the cost is £7.50 per certificate and £6.50 if filed online.
Thanks for that, Pete. Well, there you have it. I hope that this has answered many of the questions you may have had. There is no doubt in my mind that this is the way forward, and despite what the HSE will do in the future, you can be assured that your future with Nuco Training is very well secured. Should there be anything that needs further clarification, please do not hesitate to contact any of our staff, who as always will be delighted to help you. Many thanks for taking the time to watch this.